Springfield is the capital of Illinois. It's home to over 100,000 people. The population is predominantly comprised of whites, who account for 70% of the population, and blacks at 20%, the remaining being Hispanic or Asian. In 2023, it was labeled as the third most dangerous city in the United States. You have a 1 in 20 chance of being victim of a violent crime as you walk the streets. Not only that, it was also voted the top 5 least woman-friendly cities, boasting at least 99 reported cases of rape in 2023. Despite its bad reputation, Springfield is home to a number of historical sites, such as Route 66, America's Mother Road. It was the home of Abraham Lincoln for 30 years before he moved to the White House, and has beautiful nature landscapes such as Sancris State Park and local parks like Centennial Park. But even in these nice settings, its bad reputation rears its head. This candy wrapper is not just a candy wrapper, it's for weed gummies that I found right at a school park. First, we're going to explore the wealthy neighborhood of Washington Park. Homes here are valued between an average of $500,000 and up to being worth $1.5 and even $2 million. If you look to the left, you'll notice a Ukrainian flag. It's in these wealthy neighborhoods that you find the most support for things like the Pride and Gay movement, Black Lives Matter, and of course, support for Ukraine. Looking around, you can see how large some of these homes are. Some with castle-like turrets, others with large fences that are gated, apparently to keep out the riffraff, even giant homes that appear to look like the White House itself. Southwind Park is also located in this neighborhood, where I found this statue by Bob Cruteau, a member of the Unitarian Church, where the sun panels form the shape of a Nazi swastika. While driving through this neighborhood, I found countless things showing support for Ukraine, from heart-shaped signs, flags, and yard signs of all manner. Oftentimes, the signs were paired together. Black Lives Matter, Pride, Ukraine. Even at churches, they had transgender flags with Black Lives Matter signs, giant rainbow murals, and at local stores, you could buy shirts to show your support or how gay you are. Next, I visited the neighborhood of Old Southtown, which is a very low-income area. Here on Ash Street, which is the 13th most dangerous street in the United States, you can see how different it is from the previous neighborhood of Washington Park. Homes that look abandoned actually house entire families, despite their windows being boarded up. Businesses are left to crumble and waste away, and danger lurks around every corner. Forbes magazine telling you to not even walk these streets during the day without being accompanied by another person. In these neighborhoods, I didn't find anything in support of Ukraine, gays, or even Black Lives Matter, despite it being a predominantly black neighborhood. While driving through Springfield, I found a business called Grab a Java. Now in front of this business, you can see this large banner, United for Ukraine. So I decided I need to pull in and ask some questions. So I just pulled through this drive-through coffee shop here in Springfield, Illinois that has a big United for Ukraine sign, big banner right out front. I asked the barista or girl in the little building they have here if she would be willing to talk about the war, and she said she didn't feel comfortable because she doesn't know enough about it. So I asked her if she supports the Ukraine, and she said, of course I do. There's genocide going on, and Putin is an evil KGB officer. I asked her if she'd be willing to go on camera and have a few questions asked, and she again said she's not educated enough on it to answer any questions, but she's educated enough to think that there's genocide going on and that somehow Putin himself is the one orchestrating this. It seems that their support was nothing more than an advertising gimmick. Here on their Instagram page, they were giving out stickers to the first customers to arrive at their business. Also in their Instagram page, they show this message of Russian chip, go fuck yourself, which became very well known here in the United States. Again, not only was there Ukraine support, but also FAG support. On their Instagram page, they again showed off another banner they had once have of a large rainbow for a local youth group. I was given the email of the owner by one of the employees, and it reads as followed. I never did hear back from him, but I encourage all of you viewing this video to please send him an email. His email is bill@grabajava.com. A couple days after I had emailed and visited this place, I returned and found the banner gone. What else did you see there?
What, at Russia?
Yeah.
In Russia?
Mm-hmm.
Well, nothing. The guys that we had and stuff like that were just super nice and stuff like that, and told their stories and stuff like that, and how everybody was still scared of Putin. And I just remember when we had to stay in the crosswalk, so you'd get a whistle. Somebody stepped over, you'd get a second whistle, and the third time they said that we'd go to jail.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you afraid of Putin?
Oh, I don't think Putin's a nice man at all.
What are your reasons?
Why? Because he invaded Ukraine. And Ukraine was a country just like we're a country.
When did Ukraine get its independence? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. After World War II.
After World War II?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any Ukrainian members of your family
No.
at all? No? Okay. Do you think Ukraine is going to win the war?
Not unless it has help.
Not unless it has help, and you support the help?
I support the help.
Do you think Ukraine should join NATO?
If they could.
If they could, you'd be happy with that?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I think everybody has to just get behind him. I mean, because he might invade the next country.
You think Putin would go further into Europe? So do you think NATO should be sent into Ukraine to help stop that?
I don't know. I don't want to see another world war.
No, I don't think anybody does, do they?
I mean, I want happy. I want us all to be optimistic and hope that these things can get resolved, that people would be decent to each other.
Exactly.
You know, and stuff like that.
Exactly. So what do you think of Putin putting forward a peace treaty like he had attempted to do? Do you think that was a good thing, bad thing?
I think he can put forward a peace treaty as long as he leaves Ukraine.
Okay, sure. And then do you know who the president was before Zelensky in Ukraine?
No.
You don't know? Okay. Do you know what history of Ukraine do you know?
I did probably at one time, but my mind's on a million other things right now.
Sure.
I mean, I love history. Don't
Sure.
get me wrong.
No,
I could
sure.
probably figure some stuff out, but right now I'm not in that mode. I got
Sure.
an event tonight. So
All
that's
right.
what I got to prepare for.
Okay, well, you have a great day, ma'am.
Hey, you have a great day.
Thank you
too.
for
And
talking
yes,
to me.
I do support your age.
All right, thank you. This interview goes to show that at least this woman, I'm sure there's plenty more, at least from the people I've spoken to, who support Ukraine with stickers as she did, or signs, or flags, know little, if anything, about Ukraine itself. She even said that Ukraine gained its independence after World War II, and that she couldn't name a single president before Zelensky, and that she couldn't do this because she was awfully busy. Apparently she's not busy to the point where she can't show support for Ukraine. She does have time to spew forth her bullshit that she hears from the mainstream media, though. Good for her. I spent 2 weeks in the capital of Illinois, Springfield, and it's a city that's voted to be one of the most dangerous in the United States. I personally didn't feel like I was in danger at any moment. I didn't see any major criminal activity or anything like that. What I did see is a major gap between the wealthy and the poor in the city. I was able to drive through pretty much the entire city. I work as an Instacart delivery person, so I got to see the vast majority of the area, as well as viewing the people in the area at the grocery stores I went to. I made a point to speak with as many people as I could. This is my first video, so I didn't record a lot of them. I'll post a few of the videos that I did end up taking. Since this is my first video, I will get better at just recording the conversations I have with people. So thank you for viewing this one. Hope you look forward to the next ones that will just continue to get better and better. I'm looking to visit capitals of every state as I go along, as well as major cities. Possibly doing Chicago next. That can be a bit dangerous traveling around. I've already done a video of a guy who put up a bunch of Z stickers around the Ukrainian village. So to conclude with Springfield, I wouldn't recommend moving here. I personally wouldn't move here. If you enjoy video gambling, strippers, wearing a COVID mask, liquor, marijuana, fags, anything along that line, the destruction of an entire class of the socioeconomic structure, then you might want to move here. But I wouldn't.